Thank you for joining me today. I am Teah Woodward. I am Stamp with Teah, and I am here today to demonstrate the Happier Than Happy bundle from Stampin Up. It's so cute, and to be honest, my brain kind of exploded with all the possible things that I could make, but I'm only going to demonstrate one card. I'm going to show you a total of 4 items. So I've pre-made pre-made 2 items. Going to show you a couple different layouts for a 3rd item, and I'm going to demonstrate the 4th item. Let's see, what can I tell you? We have a couple of different promotions going on right now. I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about it, but I do want to give you a heads up. We have the Perfect Partners promotion, which there were 6 stamp sets that did not have dies that coordinated with them. And for just the month of September, there are dies to coordinate with those specific 6 stamp sets. You can find that at stampinup.com. Woo, sorry, my knee just hit the desk. Stampinup.com, new arrivals. You will find it there. Let's see, what else is there? There's a couple other items. I'll think of it. There are, you know what? I'm not going to think of it. I'll think of it while I'm demonstrating. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in and get started. Yeah, and I'm just going to apologize ahead of time. My hands are a bit beat up. You'll see some bruising and stuff on them. I've been refinishing the the table that I'm demonstrating on. Over the weekend, I completely dismantled this antique desk and have been sanding and refinishing it. And I took some knocks in the process. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera down. And I'm really excited to share these items with you. So I am going to, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by showing you the coordinating designer series paper, and it'll make more sense to you why I'm doing it that way as I show you the projects. All right, so here we go. And let's just make sure I'm clipped in here nice and secure. It looks like I am. So there are 12 sheets, 6 designs, actually 12 designs, 12 sheets. They're double-sided of this designer series paper that is called, and I am looking to see what it is called, Happy Forest Friends. And I'm going to flip through and show them to you real quick. Now, I always tell you that if you want to see any of the prints up close, go onto stampinup.com, type in Happy Forest Friends, and you can click through each of the prints so that you can see it up close. And I just realized I need to push this chair out of the way. There we go. All right. But I'm going to show you real quick these prints, and then when I get to the last couple, it'll make more sense to you why I'm doing it this way. So look at this. We have this lovely bear, a fox, there's a bird, there's an owl. We have mushrooms, we have foliage, just super cute. And then this, we have some little gray hearts that are going in a diagonal pattern. We have some mushrooms. And here we have some more hearts, and these are going in a vertical pattern. We have some foliage. I'm using this on my project today. This awesome two-tone green print. I love it. I think it's really dynamic. Some cute little logs. See a snail in here. some acorns. So a nice little neutral. Now, the next 2 pages, I'm going to push some things out of the way here. I want to show you, and I think these, okay, I'm not normally a scrapbooker. Not my thing, never has been. But as soon as I saw these 2 pages, I immediately thought of scrapbooking. And putting my hair up here. So this is what I did, is I just printed out, these are not on fancy photo paper or anything, but I wanted to show you, let's see if I can get this all the way. Can't, let me move a couple things here. Like I said, I refinished my desk, everything got moved. So everything's just a little cattywampus. But I just printed a couple of my grandchildren's photos here and put them on some designer series paper. And wouldn't that make a lovely scrapbook page? I'm just saying, I think it would. I think it would be terribly cute. And there's plenty of room to put, you know, information or littler pictures or whatever. And then this one, same thing. So this is this is the one that I said wasn't technically a project, but that I had something to show you. So again, with lots of space to do some journaling or that sort of thing. So let me set those aside and show you the back sides of these 2 sheets. This is a beautiful greenery. And this one is little hash marks, or hatch marks, actually. Okay, so I showed you, so here I've used that designer series paper as the mat. Set that to one side. I found everything, you could certainly use this collection for more than baby items, but that's what I'm focusing on today. I thought, wouldn't it be so cute to do a baby announcement? So sweet and so easy. And you could, any of those prints would work beautifully for this. Now for this here, I used the deckled edge rectangle dies. And then I put it through the embossing machine using the Fern, I believe that's what this is called. Now I'm going to double check it. I believe that's called Fern 3D embossing folder. So first of all, before I look that up, I wanted to show you Happy Forest Friends. So this collection is in the annual catalog on pages 46 and 47. And now I am going to look up, yes, Fern 3D embossing folder. So that's what this is. And you can't even really tell what that is. You can tell that there's some foliage involved, which is why I used it paired with this foliage in the background here. And then this Hello Baby. This is actually one of the stamps in the stamp set. So Hello Baby. And then we have our forest friends. Some mushrooms, acorns, butterfly, 4 sentiments, a tree, some leaves, but look at all these dies that go with it. So we have extra detailed dies. So we have some acorns, we have these leaves, we have the tree trunk, we have a tree here, and then everything else cuts out stamps. Pretty cute. All right, I'm just going to set that aside. So that was one of the projects I wanted to share with you. The other one that would be, and this was super easy, and I didn't put anything on the inside of this because I was going to tell you, you could easily print on cardstock or a piece of paper your details about your new baby and put that on the inside for your announcement. You know, just print them out on your printer. So that was one. And then you know, after a baby shower, a lot of times you need some thank you cards, right? Or maybe even not even after a shower. Maybe people have delivered food after you've delivered your baby or that sort of thing, or after an adoption, that sort of thing. Um, and so I took one of those sheets that I previously said would make a good scrapbooking page, and I've just cut out this corner here. I put it on a simple Mossy Meadow mat, stamped out thanks, used this die for a label, put a bow on it, and called it good. And then on the inside, I just stamped a couple of mushrooms. So again, very simple projects for maybe announcing a baby, a new arrival, or maybe giving thanks for the people that have helped you out. And with that, I am going to jump into today's project. Now, as I do this project, it's going to look similar but not exactly the same, because this is not the sentiment that I wanted to use. I wanted to use the happier than happy for you, but I stuck this down in the wrong place too early, and I couldn't get it lifted back up. And so it made everything look disjointed. So in the card that I actually create now with you, I'm going to be moving this up, and the happier than happy will sit down here. So anyway, it'll be cuter. So that is the project that I'm going to create right now. So I've just shown you 3, and I'm going to create the 4th one. So I am going to start with a crumb cake card base. You like that? I was mixing all those words together. And I've got an 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. I'm just going to fold that in half, and so I really did focus more on the baby aspect of using this collection today. I happen to need a baby card for a shower that is this coming weekend. I don't actually get to attend the shower, but this will be attached to my gift. And I feel a little raised edge. All right, set that aside. I then have a mat. Let's see if I can set that up here so you can see. A mat that is, if I remember correctly, it's 3.5 by 5.5, but I'm going to double check. It is 3 in, oh yeah, that's right. This one is 3.5 by 5.5. This one is 3 3/4 by 5.5. And this is a brand new bottle of glue, so hopefully I don't go too hog wild here, and I'm able to control. So I hope you all are having a nice holiday today. My husband actually took the holiday off. He oftentimes does not, but he did today. Let's see. I think I'm getting a shadow, and that's why I think it's not matching up. There we go. So I like to use the multi-purpose glue because it gives me time to wiggle things into position like I had to do just now. And I got a little bit of glue right there. Give that a nice little squeeze. And I'm just checking it for any adhesive. I don't have any. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my ribbon at this point. Oops, wrong ribbon. So I really want this to sit up higher. So I am going to move this up quite a bit. Cut my length of ribbon. So normally I attach with Scotch tape, but everything that goes in my drawer has not been put back in my drawer because we put the bottom in, a brand new bottom in the drawer this morning. So the glue is drying. So I don't have that, and I am going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus, there it is. So this is my Stampin' Seal Plus, and I am going to just eyeball this. I'm going to put it at just under a half. There we go. Wrap that around. Make sure it's even before I adhere it. And it is. All right, so this is ready now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this to the front of my card using dimensionals. Yeah, the desk that I refinished. So this tabletop that you see here, this is not the actual tabletop. The table that this is a fake tabletop or fake backdrop that's sitting on top so that I don't damage the table, and it reduces the reflection that my actual tabletop has. Anyway, it's an antique porcelain top with chrome leg table, and it was, my first memories of this table were in my grandparents' kitchen, and then it was in my mother's kitchen, and then eventually I ended up with it, and I've been using it as a desk ever since I got it. But it needed some love. And you all know that I've had a back injury I've been dealing with for a year. And I'm finally starting to feel, I'm not 100%, and I've actually got some new procedures scheduled, but I am feeling a lot better. And so I took advantage of this weekend to work on this desk. So this butts up to the top and the bottom. It just needs to be centered from side to side. So there we go, there is that. Now I'm going to take a circle that I already die cut using the layering circle dies. So this is half of the set. The other half has scallops. I've used the largest of the plain. And then I am going to use a blending brush, the color Crumb Cake. So I want to go over this, make sure that I haven't forgotten. So this card base is Crumb Cake. The matte layer is Mossy Meadow, and then that designer series paper. This ribbon that I used, it comes in a duo pack. It's the Old Olive and Sahara Sand Twill Ribbon Combo Pack, and they're actually a part of this collection. Okay, I'm going to take the Crumb Cake, and I'm going to knock off a little bit of the harsh ink on my paper, and I'm going to just come in and I'm just creating a halo. I don't need to do anything crazy. As you can see, most of it's even covered up, but I like to have that little bright spot that's kind of showing through. That's why I didn't use actual cardstock. It's color it. This is my personal preference. You certainly could cut a circle from any color that you wanted to put behind the bear if you wanted. I just want to create a little focal area. So those baby pictures that I showed you, I actually did a little trip down memory lane this morning when I decided I was going to show you a scrapbook page. I needed some baby pictures, and the ones that were the easiest to find that were not attached down to anything were those of my granddaughter Ella. So that's who you saw in those pictures, was my sweet Ella. And if you joined me a little late, here they are. Now, she's 13 now, so these are a hot minute old. What have we got here? We've got a bug flying in here. But I've got to say, I particularly like this announcement. I mean, how cute is that? So much fun. Okay. I've now just used the blending brush with some crumb cake ink around the edges. I am now going to stamp and die cut my bear. See if this piece is big enough. If not, I have another piece ready to go. I think it is. I'm going to use soft suede. I just remembered there was a technique I was going to show you with this, and I didn't do it on my card. Maybe I will go ahead and do it on this card. And just like that, he's like a perfect bear. Cleaning off my stamp, closing up my ink, and I am going to reach behind me and grab a pen. So this is a blender pen. So this is not the same as the Stampin' Blends. This is completely different. What I'm going to do with this, I believe this is water-based and the others are alcohol-based. I am going to use one tip, so there's two tips, and I am going to just come around the edges of the outline. So just I might not like this because I did not do this ahead of time. I didn't do this on my previous card, so this might not have the effect that I wanted. But I'm going to just give that a little outline, and what it's doing, you can see that it's just making that just a little bit darker. If I don't like the end result, then I will just restamp this, because I haven't even die cut them yet now, have I? I've done this before with other animals, but this one is quite a bit more shaded in the stamped area. It's not bad. Let's see. Just wanted it to look a little bit more dimensional. And I'm thinking not. I think I'm just going to grab another piece of, so you can see what I was trying to do, but I don't love it. See how much cuter this one is. So I'm going to just restamp it. It was worth checking out. It always is, right? Get that back out. just the cutest little guy. All of these, oops, all of these forest friends are super cute, and they all stamp with this beautiful definition. So this weekend is my, I think that makes me a great aunt. It's my sister's daughter-in-law's baby shower. So I think that makes me a great aunt. And the die, I'm looking for the die. Oh, here it is. I was going to say I already had it out, but I must have put it away. I like to use Post-it tape to hold this in place. This is the only item, by the way, that isn't already cut out. And the sentiment. But I already explained that at the beginning. All right, I'm gonna step away for just a moment. I have my cutting machine just here to my right. And just like that, we have this sweet little cutout bear. Ta-da! Pretty perfect, didn't he? And then I have a couple of trees. I'm gonna grab that soft suede back out, and I'm gonna stamp a couple of trees on this background. I've already got my stamp mounted here. So I'm going to do one right about here, and I'll do another one down here. They're mostly going to be covered up. They're just adding some dimension to the background. Now I am going to add one of the trees over here, and I'm just going to offset it from the other tree that's in the background there. I'm going to set this up a little higher because I want it off of the circle. And I didn't use adhesive sheet or anything like that. I'm just going to use a few dots of adhesive. Guess I need to look in that camera and make sure I'm still, yes, you can see me. And I'm not going to put any adhesive on that very top branch because I already know he's going to be off, come on, he's going to be off the circle. I'm going to do that just like that. And then I'm going to put our bear, and I could put him on dimensionals, but in this case I'm not going to because I really want to put this tree on top of him. And I didn't cut this out with foam. If I had, then that might have worked, but these are just, it's kind of delicate, so I don't want to try, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to do something like, something like that. So I'm going to adhere him down, and the only thing that was hanging off were the tips of his ears and the bottoms of his feet. So I can put adhesive everywhere else that I want. So I'm going to put some, ooh, that's way too much, here and here. There we go. Now, the reason I've gone somewhat simple on those other 3 projects that I showed you is sometimes when people have a brand new family member, they don't have a lot of time to put into making those thank you cards or those baby announcements. And sometimes when you're mass producing things, you know, they need to be a little bit more simple. And I will show those again here at the end. I think I'm going to do something like that. Maybe just a little bit lower. So this time I am going to have that top on the circle. Oops, just a little bit. Ooh, just wanted to straighten it out. There we go. So there is my circle. Now I'm going to attach this to the front of my card using dimensionals. So I just want it just popped up just a little bit, not a ton, just a little bit. So I'm going to put one in the middle. Let's see. I am going to be straddling this, so I'm going to put one at the center bottom. And then these are going to be a little higher than half, and one up at the top. Whoops. And I did check the website. These are in stock. This entire collection is in stock. What I was taking a minute to align just now was my vertical trees against my vertical sides, making sure I didn't get this twisted one way or the other. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to stamp my sentiment. And earlier I practiced with the green, the old olive. I also used Mossy Meadow, and I really wasn't that happy with the end result, which is why I ended up using soft suede here. So I'm going to go ahead and use soft suede. I'm just going to go ahead and learn from it, even though I'm using a different sentiment. Happier than happy. And I'm just going to enclose this card with I touched it, I felt it touch. Just add this to the gift. My husband and I are actually going to be out of town this weekend, so I don't get to attend the shower, but I get to send the gift, which will make me happy. Okay, I'm mostly straight. Let me try that one more time, see if I get any better. Nope. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one, and I'm going to trim it down. So I'm going to bring my trimmer up here. Which means it's going to take up a little bit of space. And I bet you can't even see that. Nope. Now you can, but barely. Not sure I'm going to be able to do this justice, but I'm going to try. Excuse Excuse me, a little sip of water. That felt good. I'm eyeballing this because I got it just a little bit cattywampus. See how straight I can get that. Am I getting more and more crooked? I might have to just start over with a piece of straighter paper. I mean, it's kind of funny, but no, it's not going to work. Let me try that again. Why don't I just... I think 1.5 by 2 was my measurement, so I'm going to give that... Yeah, 1.5 by 2. I'm just going to cut 2 for good measure. Try that again. I've set it down somewhere. There's my ink pad, but where is my stamp? Oh, there it is. It's just turned sideways, so I didn't recognize it. Okay. So the head of my desk. Okay, I can't see that. Where's my Stampin' piercing mat? There we go. That gives me enough contrast. Now I can actually see. Anyway, the head of my desk has my computer. And under the monitor, not bad. I mean, it's not the perfect, but it's, I'm going to do one more just for good measure, and yeah, I must have put that sticker on crooked. Okay. So next, just seems so big and chunky. This is what I was running into earlier. I think I should shave just 1/8 of an inch off of the top and bottom, or just off of the bottom of this one. I'll do it off of this one. So 1/8 of an inch. I think that's safe. Ooh, barely. Just barely missed that U. Been nice to have my husband home for the whole 3 days this holiday weekend. I'm going to end up with Hello Baby again, aren't I? And I tried all different kinds of punches earlier with this as well. I mean, I could just put that on there and be done, but it just is lacking. Well, okay. I'm gonna do my Hello Baby. That was my backup earlier and I liked it better. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to, I mean, you can't blame me for trying, right? And I guess the hello baby will go right there. I'm going to go with the happier than happy for you because I need to trust myself. So because this is being layered onto something that already has dimensionals, I'm only putting dimensionals on one side, and then I'm going to use mini glue dots on the other side. Let's see. Actually, I need it on 3 corners, the dimensionals. There we go. And then a mini glue dot. I still have the inside of the card to do too, but it's easy. I just stamp some acorns. There we go. Okay, I'm happier with it now that I've actually attached it. I do wish I didn't have that corner pointing right there, but oh, that's funny. I must have grabbed my message liner. I have another piece here. I just need to cut it. I hope you all are laughing with me. Let me double check the measurements of the matte layer is 3 3/4. So I'm going to take this down to 3 1/2. Okay. Okie dokie, okie dokie. So I have some acorns or an acorn stamp. And I'm using soft suede. So I'm going to just do a couple in 2 of the corners, just like that. And I will now adhere this message liner to the matte layer. So my Stampin' Up website, which is Teah Woodward at stampinup.net, has a calendar on it, and that calendar I have started updating again with the schedule of what I'll be demonstrating. It also has the promotions and the calendar of the promotions. This video description will be updated with the link to my blog, which will have cutting instructions for this project. Pretty simple project. It will also have the links to all my social media, my online store, etc. So here we go. There we go. All right, so here is my, you can just let me know which one you like better. So here was my concept card, or my original sample card, and here's the card I made live today. I really wanted to use this Happier Than Happy for you, which is why I changed it up. And then at the beginning of this video, I'm just going to move a few things here out of the way. I want to show you, re-show the projects, the additional projects that I was hoping to just inspire people with. So here is a potential baby announcement, and you could print out your statistics or whatever you wanted everybody to know, baby's name, weight, day, etc., and adhere that to the inside. That was just one thought that I had. To create this frame, I used the deckled rectangle dies to create this frame, and then I used the Fern 3D embossing folder. This was a thank you card that would be super simple and quick to make. You know, maybe somebody's brought you meals. This could be for adoption or a new baby that you've given birth to. It doesn't matter. But how cute. These forest friends are just way too cute. And then the last thing that I showed was these potential scrapbook pages. So this particular page, which is it even showing all the way, mostly, has all these little scenes. And I thought, how cute, with lots of room for doing additional little cards with journaling. Or this one, same thing. Cute little mushrooms at the bottom and those trees. So anyway, thank you for joining me today. I hope this gave you some ideas regarding using the Happier Than Happy bundle. I really do appreciate you joining me, and thank you so much. Have a great day. Big hugs.